Okay, today we are factoring by grouping part 2. All right, this is when you're dealing with a trinomial or quadratic where a is not equal to 1 and there is no greatest common factor that we can find. If there is no common factor in a trinomial and a is not equal to 1, you must group the terms using a factoring method called grouping. And yesterday we started kind of working backwards and we worked on grouping when we have the trinomial, the polynomial, the 4 terms, by splitting the 2 terms up and factoring each side, each binomial, and grouping them together at the end with GCFs together and the leftover together. We're going to do the same thing today. However, we're going to be starting from the beginning, okay? We are given a problem here, factor the following, and we have a trinomial. And we notice that we are in standard form, the 3, the 10, and the 8, there is no GCF. 3 is a prime number. It's only factor of 1 in itself, and it does not go into 10 or 8. And a is not equal to 1, so we cannot use the factors of c that add up to b to factor this trinomial. So we want to identify first what a, b, and c are. A is 3, b is 10, and c is positive 8. Then we're going to, so step number 1 done. Then we're going to multiply a and b and find the factors of that product that adds up to b. So a times c is 3 times 8, which is 24. Now, what are my factors of 24 that add up to 10? And it's a positive 10, so I know both of my factors need to be the same. So here are all my factors of 24. And the only one that adds up to 10 is 4 and 6. So I'm going to rewrite b as the 2 factors split up with an x with them. Because 10, in order to add up to 10x, both 4 and 6 need to have x's with it. So I get now my new polynomial of 3x squared plus 6x plus 4x plus 8. I am in standard form and I have the larger factor first. Larger factor first, smaller factor second. Now, what I can do is what we learned yesterday is grouping. The actual grouping is starting now. We split the 2 factors. We find the GCF of 3x to the x squared plus 6x. And our GCF is 3x. Our leftovers after we divide is x plus 2. Our second binomial, our second group, our GCF is 4. X plus 2 is our leftovers. And finally, we take our GCFs, 3x plus 4, and our leftovers, x plus 2. And we have successfully factored our original trinomial of 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. Take a moment, stop the video, try your check for understanding, and then come back. Okay, so we're going to factor the following: 6x squared minus 5x minus 4. We are going to multiply our a, which is 6, negative 5 is b, c is negative 4. Multiplying 6 times negative 4, which is negative 24. We need to find those 2 factors of negative 24 that add up to negative 5. Notice that b is negative, so that means our larger number is negative. So we have 1 times negative 24, 3 times negative 8, and I know just for time's sake that these 2 numbers add up to equal negative 5. So we're going to do 6x squared minus 8x plus 3x, because those 2 add up to equal negative 5x minus 4. And we're going to split these 2, find our GCF and factor the left-hand side. So our GCF of 6 and 8, 6 is not a factor of 8, so we have to actually find the factor of 6 that is in 8. And we know that is 2x, and we're left with 3x minus 4. And on the right-hand side, there is nothing to factor, so we factor out a 1, 3x minus 4 is left over. Our GCFs are 2x plus 1. And our final answer for our leftovers is 3x minus 4. So this is the factored version of our original trinomial.